For 19 years, England had no king, no peace, no mercy. Lords turned to bandits, peasants were tortured for fun, churches were burned, women disappeared. They called it simply the Anarchy, because nothing made sense. And at the center of it all, a daughter betrayed, a crown stolen, and a country torn in two.
In 1135, King Henry I of England died suddenly. His only legitimate son had drowned in a shipwreck. His daughter, Matilda, was the only heir. But medieval England wasn't ready for a queen. Despite Henry forcing his nobles to swear loyalty to her, the moment he died, they broke that oath. Enter Stephen of Blois, Henry's nephew, charming, well-liked, and very, very male. He raced across the channel, crowned himself king, and declared Matilda's claim invalid.
But Matilda wasn't going down without a fight. She was no ordinary noblewoman. She had once been Holy Roman Empress. She spoke multiple languages, and she had the backing of Robert of Gloucester, her half-brother and a military genius. She raised an army, she declared war, and in 1139, Matilda landed in England. The fight for the throne had begun. What followed was 19 years of sheer hell. Loyalty meant nothing. Alliances flipped like coin tosses. Nobles built private castles. They robbed, murdered, and tortured civilians for sport. The countryside burned. Famine spread. No one, not even nuns, was safe. In 1141, Matilda was nearly captured in the town of Devizes. So how did she escape? In the middle of winter, in a snowstorm, wearing all white. Her guards disguised her as a corpse. They snuck her past Stephen's army, lying on a stretcher, while soldiers believed they were transporting a dead nun. She escaped and struck back with a fury. Matilda had her moment. In 1141, Stephen was captured. Matilda entered London in triumph, about to be crowned. But then she blew it. She raised taxes, insulted nobles, refused to compromise. The people of London rose up in riot. She barely escaped alive. Chased from the city she was about to rule. Stephen was released. The war resumed. Unlike other civil wars, there was no bad guy, no clear villain, just endless revenge. Stephen wasn't evil, just indecisive. Matilda was brilliant, but arrogant and cold. Both sides made terrible choices, and no one had the strength to end it. By the 1150s, England was a patchwork of warlords. Trade collapsed. Churches closed. Children grew up knowing only bloodshed. In 1153, Matilda's son, Henry of Anjou, landed in England with fresh troops. Stephen, older and weary, had lost his own son to illness. The two men made a deal. Stephen would remain king until his death. Henry would inherit the throne. Stephen died the next year. Henry became King Henry II, starting the Plantagenet dynasty, one of the most powerful in European history. Matilda never ruled, but her blood sat on the throne for generations. She was the grandmother of Richard the Lionheart, and the ancestor of nearly every British monarch that followed. The Anarchy was a time without rules, without God, without mercy. But it birthed an empire.